fact that he reached out to try to get help, I watched him go through that. My kids did not see any of that.
All right, so when you were in the vehicle with him,
Yes,
entered a plea to count 2 on May 28th of no contest. You pled true to the enhancement. The court found the enhancement true. Your range of punishment is anywhere from 5 to 99 years or life because it's a first-degree felony. However, according to the plea bargain agreement, your punishment is to be assessed at a cap of 10 years in the prison. The state is opposed to your application for deferred adjudication or community supervision. There's a $1,500 fine. The state is taking 2 causes into consideration. And then there's restitution to 6 persons and 1 entity, and that will be Circle K at Crestway. All right, there was not a PSI requested in this case. Defense, do you have any witnesses?
It's not client now. Well, actually, I have one more witness, but they just showed up.
Sure.
Shannon, what's your last name? No. Dell.
All right, if you'll step back here, sir. Defense, call your witness.
Shannon,
And
no.
to put him on deferred probation. Would you help him go to his appointments or do anything he had to do to comply?
Of course.
And do you have a criminal background?
No, Your Honor.
And are you addicted to any drugs?
No.
Let's pause here for a second. This witness, his girlfriend, is doing everything she can to paint him as a changed man. She tells the court he's been clean, he's been working hard, and he's even been a role model to her kids. But here's the kicker. The judge immediately drills into the most obvious question. Why would you bring someone with a violent gang past and a drug problem into a home full of children? That's not just bad judgment, that's potentially reckless parenting. What do you think? Do you believe love makes people overlook red flags? Or is this just flat out denial of the danger?
Where was he working prior to this?
He was working for, he was lifting houses and leveling out the foundation of homes.
Okay. Do you know whether or not he could get that job back?
Yes, it's waiting for him.
And as far as drug treatment, how does he address his heroin problem at this point?
He had just started using methadone prior to this.
When you say methadone, you mean a clinic?
Yes.
And you're aware of this case before you came in here today, correct?
Yes.
I'm gonna pass it with Sean.
all right,
I'm sorry, man, what's your full name?
Shannon Dowdell.
So you were there when he was arrested on October 17th, 2022?
No, I was not.
You're Kim Dow, right?
Yes. Oh, in the car when we got pulled over, yes, I was the driver.
Because you were there, heroin was found on him,
It was not found on him.
found in the car.
It was not found in the car.
It wasn't found.
The police officer had found it, on underneath like the passenger side on the ground.
Stepped out of the car.
No, not when he stepped out of the car. We had actually, no, it was not. Okay.
Was there marijuana found in the car?
Yes, there was.
You charged with that?
No, I was not.
And there it is, the elephant in the room finally comes out. This isn't just about drugs or probation. This man was part of the Mexican Mafia, one of the most dangerous prison gangs in the country. Now he says he left the organization years ago, but here's the problem. Once you've been in, there's no easy "I quit." Judges know that, prosecutors know that, and juries know that. It raises a chilling question. How do you ever really prove you've walked away from a past like that? Let me know in the comments. Can people truly leave gangs behind? Or is that a shadow that follows them forever?
And you're also aware that that Mr. Navarro is also a documented Texas Mafia member.
I heard that was his past.
That's his past.
Yes.
When did he leave that organization?
I'm not aware.
So you're not aware when he left, but you're aware that he did leave.
Yes.
Okay. No further questions, John.
That's all I have for this one, Sean.
all right. Do you have any children?
Yes, I do.
What are their ages?
25, 21, 18, 17, 10, 9, and about to be 8.
All right, you say 10, 9, and what else?
About to be 8. He'll be 8 on the 23rd of this.
All right, and do your children live with you?
Yes, they do.
All right, so you knew of Mr. Navarro's past before you started dating him?
I did, Your Honor.
All right, and so has he been living with you?
He did live with me, Your Honor.
All right,
During the time that he lived with me, he was clean. He wasn't doing any drugs. He was going to work every day. He was giving me his paycheck. When he did relapse, he was not allowed to be in my home. And that's apparently when all of this has come
so,
up.
but you knew about his past and you thought this would be a great influence for your children?
He was not on drugs when I
Now,
met him.
my question is, you knew about his past, you knew about the gang affiliation, and you thought this would be the person to bring in your children's life?
I didn't know him in his past, Your Honor, but when I had met Navarro, he was sober, he was clean, he's a great role model when he's not on drugs. My kids look up to that man very much. When he is on drugs, he does make poor decisions. Reached out to try to get help. I watched him go through that. My kids did not see any of that, Your Honor.
All right, so when you were in the vehicle with him,
Yes,
you knew there was marijuana in the vehicle?
I didn't, Your Honor.
So you didn't know about any of the drugs being in the vehicle?
No, I didn't.
All right. Any other questions?
No,
All right, thank you. Call your next witness.
my client, Your Honor, Thomas Navarro.
All right, if he can come back up. Can you raise your right hand for me, please? Do you solemnly swear and affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God? All right, you can lower your hand. Make sure you keep your voice up for me and the court reporter. If you'll state your name for the record.
Thomas Navarro?
All right, defense.
Thomas, right?
Yes, sir.
And do you have a drug problem?
Yes, sir.
And what's your drug of choice?
Heroin?
And if this judge sees fit to put you on deferred probation, will you abide by the terms and conditions, including any kind of treatment program?
Yes, sir.
And what kind of treatment were you engaging in before you were arrested for this offense?
I went to a methadone clinic.
And was that helping?
Yes, sir.
And on the day that this happened, were you still a Mexican Mafia member?
No, sir.
When did you leave that
2014.
2014? So you're an ex-Mexican Mafia member, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
And if this judge puts you on probation, do you have a job?
Yes, sir.
And what's it doing?
Leveling houses.
What?
Stone house, leveling houses
Leveling houses, okay. And who would you be living with?
with Shannon.
With who?
Shannon.
Shannon. Do you have other family here in town?
Yes. Yes, sir.
Who?
I have my brother and my mom.
Okay.
My son
And your son. Where does your son work?
at Walmart.
Are these people supportive of you?
Yes, sir.
Do you think you could complete a deferred adjudication probation without having to get revoked and come back and be?
This is where the case takes a nosedive for the defense. Under cross-examination, the defendant admits to a long criminal history, including a prior aggravated assault with a deadly weapon and drug charges. That completely destroys the argument that he's a good candidate for probation. Judges don't just look at the present moment, they look at patterns. And this man's pattern is crystal clear: violence, drugs, and repeated chances that didn't work out. At this point, it's less about whether he wants probation and more about whether he's ever proven he can actually succeed on it.
Yes, sir.
And you understand this is a first degree felony. What could you be sentenced to in the worst case? You want to come back, do you? Yes, witness.
State.
Yes, Mr. Navarro, you admit that you were convicted of the repeat allegation, which was possession of 1 to 4 grams back in 2020.
Yes, sir.
But you also had a conviction for aggravated assault with deadly weapon in 2008. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
You were sent to prison. You actually received probation, but then you were subsequently sent to prison. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. No further questions, John.
All right.
I have no questions, John.
All right, any other witnesses?
No.
Court will hear argument. State, what are you requesting?
State requested 10 years of TBC.
Defense?
We are requesting some level of deferred probation. My client has a place to stay. He has a plan to deal with his drug habit. You've heard his girlfriend come up here and tell you that she's going to help out with him. And he's also resigned from the Mexican Mafia.
Okay. All right. Mr. Navarro, I want you to know that I've heard everything that both parties have said. I've internalized everything. I've listened to the testimony, your testimony, and the testimony of the witness. I don't believe you're a good candidate for probation. As previously stated, I'm finding the enhancement true. I'm going to find you guilty, sentence you to 10 years in the prison, give you credit for any time served. I request the therapeutic community. It doesn't increase the time that you're in prison. There's to be restitution to you, okay?
Thank you.
All right, did you have something you wanted to say, miss? Because
And here comes the hammer. Judge Boyd doesn't just deny probation. He hits the defendant with the maximum 10 years allowed under the plea deal. But he doesn't stop there. He turns to the girlfriend and absolutely scorches her for bringing a man with this kind of history into her home, around her kid. This isn't just legal, it's personal. The judge is making a statement about responsibility, parenting, and the real-world consequences of bad choices. What do you think? Was the judge too harsh on her, or did she need that wake-up call?
you're not being a good parent to your children, you've been driving around with him in a vehicle, and I don't have the legal ability to do it, but I know if I drug tested you today, it would not come out nice. I don't know why I do not know why someone would bring a guy into their household who has all of these things going on. Guess what? If it's just you by yourself, you're an adult. Children have to go where their parents go, and they're expecting that their parents are making good decisions for them, and you are not. You and the person who's with you with their arms folded, y'all are excused. Goodbye.
You could drug test me and I am clean. I'm not from Texas.
Yeah, I think you are dirty. All right, Enrique Soriano. Alfonso, she's not from Texas. What do people have against Texas? Doesn't Beyonce have a song that says, does she say in her country song, this ain't Texas or something? No Texas Hold'em or something? Oh, it's a Monday.
So let's break this down. A man with ties to the Mexican Mafia, a history of heroin use, and multiple convictions walked into court hoping for probation. Instead, he walked out with a 10-year prison sentence and a reality check delivered not just to him, but to his girlfriend too. This case is a perfect example of why judges weigh past behavior just as heavily as promises about the future. Once again, Judge Boyd pulled no punches. Now I want to hear from you. Do you think this defendant ever had a real shot at probation, or was prison inevitable? Drop your thoughts in the comments. And if you found this breakdown as intense as we did, make sure to hit that like button, share this video with a friend, and don't forget to subscribe for more jaw-dropping courtroom moments. Trust me, you won't want to miss what's coming next.